So this Roman bust of Aphrodite is a copy of a Greek original. And to the Romans and the Greeks, beauty like that displayed here, it's not vanity, it's almost cosmic in its power. Aphrodite's beauty signaled harmony and the power of the gods. But she was also disarmingly dangerous in her beauty. Her beauty could cause wars to break out, empires to fall. So there was something truly otherworldly about the appearance that she personifies here. Originally, this figure, although it's described as a bust and it now appears as a bust, it would originally have been a full-sized figure. It's been repurposed due to damage in the 17th and 18th centuries, and it has been changed into a bust as it appears now. The head and shoulders, though, are both original to the initial statue. And we think that the depiction, based on the hair cascading down the shoulders, is that of Aphrodite emerging from the sea, a very, very famous scene from classical antiquity that the average person would have immediately recognized. It's not entirely clear when the sculpture arrived in the Wilton House collection. We know for certain that it was recorded by the time of the 10th Earl. However, most experts believe that it was in fact purchased by the 8th Earl, Thomas Herbert, who was a very famous and well-known antiquarian in his time. Now, where he acquired it from is a little bit more unclear. However, the base, the pedestal that we can see her standing on, it has been suggested by some experts that that is of the collection of Cardinal Mazarin in France, who was active in the late 17th century. Now, Cardinal Mazarin is a really, really interesting figure. He was a senior advisor to the Sun King and was highly powerful and influential in his day. He formed a very large collection of Greek and Roman antiquities, and so it's entirely possible that this piece was originally in his collection. And certainly a number of the pieces acquired by the 8th Earl of Pembroke did come from the collection of Mazarin. The bust has appeared many, many times in historic inventories and catalogues from the 1730s right the way through until the late 19th century. It is incredibly well attested in the record. The market has always placed great importance on provenance, and this is increasingly the case to this day. But the fact that this piece has been published as early as the 1730s and has been continually recorded and has remained in the same collection for nearly 250 years is immensely important. There are three main factors that determine the value of any piece: rarity, beauty, and provenance. And in this piece here, we have all three. It is incredibly rare to have essentially a survival of a full-size Roman statue. Now, it has been repurposed and is now presented as a bust, but originally this would have been a full-size statue. Both the head and the body are original to one another, and again, that is incredibly rare. You only need to look at her to see just how beautiful she is, how harmonious and well-proportioned. And then there's the provenance. Again, it is exceptionally rare to have a piece come up that has been published from the early 18th century continually through the centuries up until the present day. So it is an incredibly rare and important survival.